You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Well, wait a minute. This is your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And that's right, folks. Today we're talking indie comics with an amazing return guest. He's a creator himself, a publisher, got some fire books, got a dope project out that's live right now. Because that's right, live. You know what it is? It's one of those type of weeks when everybody making some money, making some overtime. So yeah, I got some money to spend. So, we were 5 days to go on this project, which we're going to talk about. Listen, we're almost there. Payday's right around the corner. If it's not today, it's Friday. Don't bullshit me. You can help make this project get even bigger, baby. Let me introduce this legend, my friend over here, the big boss himself, a CEO, a publisher, the main man. Oh, Mr. Christopher Reda. How you doing, bro?
Good. How you doing, Al?
Oh, hey, my brother, welcome back. Excited to have you back, brother. I've been seeing you, Jesus Christ, man. Let me tell you, I've been seeing you blasting your stuff all over the socials, all over the internet. Your whole line of books, and on the diamond list. You know what I mean? Week in, week out with new books. What's popping, man? I mean, you were on over 100 plus episodes ago.
Yeah, about 8 or 9 months ago.
Yeah, only 8 months ago. Damn, I've done over 100 podcasts since. But had you then, you had some fire projects coming out. What's been going on, since 8 months in the world of critical?
So probably in the last 6 or 8 months, we've gotten used to being in Diamond, and we've gotten used to kind of being in comic book retailer shops. So yeah, we've kind of grown our audience over 8 months. It's been kind of like an incredible journey. We released a few issues of Planetary Expansion. The First Americans came out. Issue 1 was probably like our most popular book we've ever had released. Issue 2 came out too. And when issue 2 came out, a lot of people came back and ordered issue 1 to catch up. So we're starting to get some traction here in the industry, and now we're in Lunar. So now we have, So now we're in the big 2 distributions here. So
yeah, baby.
I've been about as busy as you have here.
How does that feel? Because I know like last time you're working, pushing hard, trying to get the working at getting the label out there. Obviously being successful now in Diamond. I ain't telling me Lunar. I mean, how did that feel? I mean, how did you navigate that as a publisher to now also land your distribution with Lunar? How was that journey like?
It was a learning process, right? Just getting used to dealing with Diamond and how they work and how, whether they have FOC or not. Like I don't have an FOC in Diamond. I have one in Lunar. Kind of just figuring out when I get numbers and then like how to ship comics there. There's a very like specific way of shipping comics. Otherwise they fine you. Yeah, it's got to be in like a box that's certain lengths and certain heights and stuff for their warehouses. And so like that's scary. That's like a really scary part.
They do come into play in their own life when it comes to shipping, right?
Yeah, and shipping. All their warehouses are on the East Coast, right? So like this industry is very East Coast based, right? Yeah. From Marvel and DC used to be on the East Coast, but a lot of these publishers and the distribution, it's all over there. So when you're shipping a box of 26, thick graphic novels from Los Angeles to Maryland, it can get a little pricey. That cuts into your margins a bit, so that's tough. But really it gives you a lot of exposure. Just people start knowing about your books more once they see it in the catalog, even if they don't order it. There's a lot of these YouTubers who go, oh, here's the books that are coming out next week. Here's the books that I'm reviewing. So now I'm a lot more into those shows or like the shows that are like, these are the FOCs. So now more of the general audience knows who we are, and our sales have kind of grown from that, including on our website and everywhere else too. So it gives you a lot more legitimacy in the industry. So yeah, it's been nice to actually have a lot more exposure, a lot more sales. So we're kind of on fire right now. It's been pretty amazing.
So let me ask you, just from the entrepreneurial side of things now, especially for publishers out there, creators, like what type of steps have you taken for marketing? It can't just be obviously being listed. Have you done anything in the marketing side, changed things around maybe that you think that it's helped with the exposure of the brand?
Yeah, so I mean, I knew you were going to ask about marketing because you're big on marketing. We'll talk about the Kickstarter a little bit later, but like one of the pros of the Kickstarter, it's really like gotten me to be like a master marketer in this industry, because now you care more. It's like, okay, now I really have to dive into Twitter, and really have to master Twitter. Same thing with TikTok. We didn't even bother with TikTok for a while, and now it's like, okay, I got to figure out how this platform works. I got to figure out
now, baby. Hey, let's go, right? The Readerverse, let's go. You're dancing. No pose, folks. He's not a fresh guy.
Now, like my printer, what he tells me a lot is a lot of creators don't market. A lot of creators, they go, my book is amazing, and everyone's going to love it, and they're going to just see it on a shelf and they'll just pick it up. And it doesn't work that way. 200 new comics come out a week. So, if you watch like Comics with Bueller, he does like the new comics coming out next week. Like I suggest the indie creators look at that and see how many books come out. And
I can make it easy. Just go to Comic Crusaders, what's on the shelf that I dropped.
Yeah, what's on the shelf.
You see that list, and I break it down, on the diamond style between what was that? Big Two, Premier, Deluxe, and Indie. And just sometimes Big Two themselves, out of those 200, could take up the 60 spaces. In those new titles. Insane.
So there's the retailers who only do Marvel and DC, and then there's the retailers who only do Marvel and DC, and then like the premier publishers like Boom and Dark Horse and Image. But if you think about it, like Image comes out with maybe 30 books a month, maybe 30 or 40 books a month, and
I would disagree. I think they would go more on the 40-50 lane, because on a weekly basis they're dropping about anywhere from 12 to 13 a week.
And even with like Image and Boom,
like 50.
If it's not the Energon universe or Turtles,
that's not even counting Skybound, which is the spin-off, right?
Skybound, Frankenstein, all that kind of stuff.
Universal,
if you think about it, then there's the 25 other books that maybe Image has that you don't even hear about and don't crack any of the top, 10 comics of the week or 15 comics of the week. So you're still competing with like other books that you might not hear of that are at Boom and Dark Horse and Image and stuff like that. So, I'm competing with them too. And then when you get on the indie level, right, you have more like Mad Cave, AWA, Magma Comics and stuff. So that's kind of the space that I'm trying to kind of work in right now.
Even 2000 AD nowadays is still considered indie.
It's incredibly difficult, and marketing. I've had to just turn into like a marketing guru, and especially with the Kickstarter here, it's just kind of how it is. You can't just be lazy about it. You have to really hit every base, as an indie creator. Dark Horse can not advertise as much. They don't need to. Image doesn't need to advertise as much. It's people already are hooked onto them. So, it's a lot about just right now we're about growing our audience. It's about marketing, getting new readers.
So what's been the biggest tool or asset to you then in kind of selling or telling people about the brand? What's been the biggest lane?
you know, other than really Diamond and Lunar, you know, that's been the thing that unlocked the most. And, you know, it more gives you like things to talk about and things to promote and market. Like,
Mm.
okay, I have this book in Diamond this month. This is the Diamond code. And so then you can promote that. And then the FOC's coming out. And then, you know, the book's coming out next week. Okay, the book's out. Okay, the book's still out, you know, like, so that's where I get a lot more of my marketing, where I can go, okay, here, look at, you know, look at Nick's Comic Culture. He reviewed my book. Okay, go look at him. And then they go, oh my God, you know, here's some guy who's doing reviews next to Frankenstein. Maybe I will pick up The First Americans. So that's been kind of like the biggest change for us. And then other than that, Instagram was our strongest. It's always really strong for comic books because you can feature the imagery, right,
Yeah.
of your comics. So that's the easiest way to kind of like capture people's through Instagram. And then, of course, you know, the conventions, being able to talk to someone and show people, you know, a book. If they don't know who you are, you show them Zombie Zero, you show them a full book, then they can go, oh, okay, I've never heard of you, but look at this book. It looks professional. It looks really nice. So, you know, building relationships is kind of what's really helped us the most.
Wonderful, wonderful. I bet. So, what's been we done conventions during the course of these past 8 months? And what was the reception at shows like? Have you done them?
You know, since last time we did this, you know, San Diego Comic-Con was the biggest one, and it's kind of gotten back to pre-COVID levels now.
Okay.
So it was packed. It was huge. We sold really well. A lot more people knew who we were and stuff like that. So, and it's a lot easier just going, hey, we're in Diamond, we're in Lunar. If the retailer comes up to us at a convention, I can just hand them a bookmark with some Diamond codes on it, you know? So that's been really helpful to us. I have LA Comic-Con this weekend. So I'm all ready for that. That's kind of like our home base. I only live 10 minutes from the convention center, so it's
man, you live the dream on that one. That shit. I wish I was 10 minutes from any con. Never in my life.
The hotel save a lot of money, not having to get a hotel and stuff like that.
I'm sure the family happy too. God damn, you ain't spending no money. Good for you. Love
it's nice to sleep in your own bed, you know.
Yeah, shit. Listen, I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks. You know, and I love it and all. Staying with the family to save money that way. You know, spend time with the fam, show them some love, and you know, no cost nothing. Maybe that's about it. But I'm ready for that. I wish you were going out there. You know, in the green room we talked about that, and you sadly told me that no presents in New York Comic Con, and you gave me your reasons. And yeah, folks, look into it yourself. Yeah. Well, he told me it's just absolutely insane. Like, how can any indie creator, like, listen, they're gonna really have to hustle on that weekend. I hope that whoever did get a table out there or booth, like, woof.
I hear Artist Alley's really good there. I hear Artist Alley's really good there.
The best in the business. I've been to San Diego, been to New York, of course, multiple times. Let me tell you, there's no other better Artist Alley. I mean, San Diego is great, but it's a pop culture event. New York Comic Con is what it states it is. It is a comic con. That Artist Alley be booming. You know, yes. Walk through, and every creator is being chatted up, spoken to, working on something. So to see that wonderful energy and that love shared from the community, you know, within that space that they provide them, I only wish that it could be even bigger. I think it needs even more fucking room.
I mean, we're working on it. At some point, we'd like to do C2E2 and then New York. It's just hard. It's on the other side of the country for us. Getting books out there is incredibly difficult.
Well, guess what, man? You have an ally here. So, you know, if you need to get books and somebody to hold them down, and you have an office in Connecticut. So I would hold down any material you need. And since I do the show, I'll just drive it down, and you know, you use allow me to have some exclusive interviews with you guys, and that's it. That's first. Let me get interviews at the show, holding stuff down.
Maybe I'll get a Scooby van and just drive out there sometime with the books, you know.
Oh, bro, what do you mean, brother? We here, bro. Yeah, I got Scooby snacks. All right, yeah, so, bro, let's get into it, man, because, again, you were here 8 months ago, pitching the project, pitching what is critical, and now you got something special going on with a Kickstarter right now that is live. So first off, let me just talk about it real quick. A big salute to your 52 backers for supporting indie. You know, that left-hand salute, because that, you know, I'm not supposed to do right.
It's amazing.
The left, yeah, 52 backers. Salute to you guys. So
Thank you.
Of 2,500 they were looking for right here. Yo, they got 3,200. Bless, yo. But we got 5 days to go, folks. We got a trailer. So you know what? Let me go ahead and blast that real quick, and then we're going to talk all about the project, all right?
Yeah. Hi, I'm writer and co-founder Christopher Reda.
And I'm Mason Mendoza, writer and co-founder of Critical Entertainment.
Welcome to our first ever Kickstarter. We wanted to introduce ourselves and offer you some of our original comic books to this amazing community of comic book backers.
Our company, Critical Entertainment, is an independent comic book publisher, so we need your support to help back our creative goals and to get our stories into the hands of new readers and fans around the world.
By contributing to our Kickstarter, you're getting in on the ground floor of our comic book company. Help us add new stories and new chapters to our ongoing series.
We're offering a variety of rewards and stretch goals to help get new fans acquainted with our epic stories and awesome characters, and to give old fans a chance to pick up books, signatures, and merch they may have missed.
Among the items offered will be a limited signature series featuring authentic autographs from our writers and artists. Since not everyone can meet us in person, we want you to have a chance of adding our signatures to your collection.
Now sit back, relax, and check out the trailers for the stories you'll be able to read by backing us.
We hope you enjoy what's in store for Critical Entertainment.
Look, do you see this? You know what? I'm even going to show you guys. I need all of you guys to visit the Kickstarter. That's what I need you guys to do. Visit the Kickstarter and support the project. That's the link below. I'm sharing it. You see it? It's right there. I mean, you guys got to check it out. This is a long video, 15 minutes long. I can't be killing Chris's time.
No.
He's a busy man. He got he got other podcasts, because, again, this is an amazing project that we're talking about. So, again, let me show you, folks. Let's start digging in. I mean, again, with 5 days to go, Critical Entertainment is in the heads out. So talk about, I mean, look at that table. What a sexy table. Look at that. Hey! Woo! So talk about all those books. Talk about that presentation. Talk about what the Kickstarter project is all about.
Yeah, so basically this Kickstarter, we're offering a lot of the books that we've printed out in the last year through Diamond. And so basically this is kind of like a way for people to kind of catch up on who we are. And we're really kind of just reaching out to the crowdsourcing community here. So, you know, our main goal right now as a newer company is just to grow our audience. So we wanted to make sure that we hit the Kickstarter and the crowdsourcing community and let them be able to pick up some of our books. And then we're also offering some of our books that are coming out next year. So this is kind of your chance to get them early, you know, get kind of like advanced copies and get pre-orders in for next year on some of our newer books.
Well, let me ask you something. I got to see now your business partner here. Talk about that bromance over there. When did you meet the homie? How did you guys become partners and go ahead and build this baby that is Critical Entertainment?
Yeah, so Mason and I actually met in college. We met at a fraternity party. And basically we were both pledges. And they brought us together, and they're like, "Hey, you two play Dungeons and Dragons, talk." And that's how we became friends, right? We're like, "Oh, this guy's cool. He plays D&D." You know, before it was cool. Now, you know. So we joined the fraternity together, and then we were roommates, and we started kind of writing Minion together. We both loved comic books, and we kind of came up with this idea for Minion.
Hold on, there we go. Hey, look at that book, baby. Hey, I love that cover, man. That art is fucking fire on that cover, man. Ooh,
right.
Oh, look at gangster, bro. Look at that.
So, you know, we kind of started with that, and then as the story kind of fleshed out, we realized probably the easiest way for us to publish this was to start our own company. So about 7 years ago, we started Critical Entertainment, started kind of building our brand a little bit, building our library of books. And then once we had like a nice library, we decided to submit into Diamond and then start, you know, really kind of making some traction here. So that's kind of what our goals have been, is just to be able to publish our own work, hold on to our IP. You know, we'd like to try to make films too with some of our properties. Not all of them, but like Zombie Zero's been optioned. We have a director and a screenplay all set up from Kevin Lewis and his other screenwriter, Michael Bondi's, and the producer's Michael Mendelson at Patriot Pictures. So we made some headway there. I actually did film school at Cal State University, Northridge. Mason did philosophy. So we kind of have like a good wraparound on the different ways of entering into comics and looking at comics, you know, from a philosophical standpoint and from trying to adapt them into film and TV.
Oh, bet. Man, look at this artistry here. So David Mackis, and over here, what was his name from the Max? Very Sam Keith over here on this cover. I mean, this is dope. I mean, shit, this is my the spirit right here.
Yeah. So these are some of our, you know, our stretch goals are these like collectible cards.
Oh, cool.
So since we're, you know, we're in the collectible market. I collect sports cards too. So I thought kind of some nice stretch goals would be these nice collectible cards. And then we got a lot of, so one of the things of our Kickstarters is a signature series. So we got a lot of signatures from our artists.
We got a fan right there. Ben Frank is just loving everything right there. He's saying Comics Rule is awesome. Yeah. He feeling. He knows what's popping.
We got nice like limited edition bookmark, nice. Premium Pearl stock. So we have some nice stretch goals for collectors. But yeah, we got autographs from two of our artists. One's Alonso Molina Gonzalez from Planetary Expansion there. He lives in Peru, so it's really hard to get his autograph. And then Tad Galusha, he does The First Americans. He lives up in Alaska, so he really only goes to like Emerald City Comic Con and Rose City Comic Con. So this is kind of like your opportunity if you're not on the West Coast to get some autographs of some of our work here. And, you know, hey, maybe when Zombie Zero comes out as a film, the book will jump in price, you know, for all you speculators out there, investors.
Look at this cover, man. That shit is so sick, bro. I mean, and also such a like 1980s like videotape cover. Folks, hold on. Let me bring that up. Hey, look at that. Oh, look at the girth on that. That is some shelf porn. That's a fat baby right there. Wepa. Look at that.
So 250 pages.
Oh, damn. Look at 250, folks. You hear this?
So, you know, this was one of my first like big books here. It's 7 issues. It's 250 pages about the last zombie at the end of a zombie apocalypse. So hopefully this starts shooting next year. And we sold out of our
Puerto Ricans on screen. I'm here. You know, I could audition. goods.
We sold out of our first print run. So really the only place to get that book now is in local comic book shops that still have them in stock and through this Kickstarter.
I mean, look at it. Look at that art. Fuck, man. Beautiful. I'm a fan. No, I mean, no disrespect to color comic books or anything like that, but just something. I grew up with like reading more Savage sort of Conan, and so black and white is just kind of, and that's even more grayscale, isn't it? Right? So, like, but this is just my shit. It's just more eye candy to me. So I'm always a big fan. And definitely love the look, even but though seeing it in color, though, I mean, shit.
It's a nice aesthetic for, a zombie tale. There's a lot of blood in it, but it's not really supposed to be like, gory type, eye-catching type deal. It's there's blood and gore because it's a zombie story. So that kind of tones it down a little bit. But as a creator, as a filmmaker too, a lot of people love going with the black and white for some of their first projects.
Were you a fan of Dead World back in the day from Arrow Comics?
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Oh, no? Oh, my God. So zombie tale, talking zombies. There was like a motorcycle gang of zombies that were talking zombies. That were smart. So wild shit. And demons. And, it really took the zombie perspective a whole different level. I actually found the first issue, and that cover was very Evil Deadish, kind of iconic cover. Definitely check it out if you've not read that franchise. It's wild. But also it was black and white and zombies. So yeah, it's always been a thing. But again, look at this. Oh man, look at this, yo.
Well, when I was looking up Leandro Rizzo, he also was on a book called Crossed by is it Avatar Press, I think, or something like that?
Yeah, it is Avatar Cross.
Avatar Press.
Big book.
Yeah. So he did some issues on Crossed, and that's a lot more of a gory take on zombies, right?
Oh, yeah, like a 28 Days Later times 10.
Yeah. So, that's where I found him. I put him on this, and he did an amazing job. Basically illustrated 7 full issues for us. And then we threw him on Minion. He was so good. We thought, hey, let's throw this guy on Minion. And he just does some amazing work here.
I do want to say that this cover, all this makes me think of is, why are the Dreadnoks trying to beat up a little girl? They might be right here.
Post-apocalypse, unfortunately.
Evil mother effers.
Evil fools, you're gonna run into the scumbags out here.
No, but honest to God, yeah, your artist is a fucking beast, and so is your letterer. I mean, who's your lettering?
So I got Travis Lanham. He's been in the industry a long time. He's done DC and Marvel books. He's done a bunch of Superman books too. Yeah, he's a complete professional. I've been working with him for a long time now, and he's almost like I kind of treat him like John Williams, of comics for me. Like, all I want to do is work with this guy for letters. That's it,
Look at that shit. Hey, somebody about to get their neck ripped out. Listen, as a kid, when I saw it was at Dawn of the Dead, right? That's the one in the building, right? And when they ripped the neck off in the hallway, oh man, as a kid, I was terrified. I said, "Oh my God, what the hell are we watching?"
It's the zombie genre. It's popular. It's interesting, and this book was kind of a way for me to just get my zombie story out there. Now I'm done. When you're in college, you think of all these different zombie stories. What if there was an outbreak and you're stuck in the dorm room? How you barricade the doors and you fill the tub full of water and you do your best to try to survive. So, it's a fun genre. And then since this is about the last zombie at the end of a zombie apocalypse, it's a twist on the genre, right? You need kind of like a fresh take on it. So instead of the zombies all hunting humans all trying to eat the humans. It's all these humans trying to hunt down this last zombie.
Yo, look at this. This will make such a sick t-shirt. Holy fuck, bro. This is fire. And again, I will say that as I scroll down, as you show just bits and pieces of the issues, your artist only gets better and better and better. Like,
Yep.
yo, the detail and everything that homie working on, yo, boss level. And again, there goes that full cover, everything looking sweet, terrifying. Like, yo, look at that. My man, no wonder he's pissed off. Half his face is ripped off. I mean,
Yep.
you know, that must be
It's tough. It's tough being a zombie, man. No, we worked with our artists for a long time, and when you work with the same artists over and over again, you get kind of a feel on their strengths and weaknesses. I mean, they don't really have many weaknesses, to be honest with you, but you know, once you work with these artists, you get used to, you know, what panels they like and what type of imagery they like, and as you improve, they improve.
And talk about this one, the first Americans, man. Let me say, because I've been on a whole dive on my indigenous side of stuff and learn about my stories, and like, yeah, well, I kind of see stuff like this.
You know, this is right now our most popular book and comic book shops.
Really?
The First Americans.
Good.
And it basically follows a tribe of Paleo Indians as they try to hunt down this pack of mammoths.
Oh, look at that art, yo. Oh my fucking god, yo. Look at that.
And it's set 14,000 years ago and follows a tribe of Paleo Indians as they travel from Siberia to North America for the very first time. So, you know, a lot of research went into this, and this is kind of a story that highlights, you know, Native Americans being the first people who came into this country, and you know, some of the history and some of the theories behind when they first arrived. And it's kind of based on, it's based on some archaeological sites that they found in Sierra Madre and other parts of the country that basically had these Clovis spear points here, embedded in a
Say that again?
Yeah, and so they're called the Clovis spear points. And basically, they would find these in mammoth skeletons.
Inside the skeleton?
Yeah. So basically, they found dig sites where they found mammoth skeletons with some of these spear points in them. And that's when they went, oh, okay, 14,000 years ago, there were people here hunting mammoths. Which is crazy, you know, and you know, you grow up in America and they're like, Christopher Columbus landed here in 17 whatever, you know.
He found, the words that he found. How could you find something where somebody already lived? They ain't find shit, motherfucker.
You know, and our country's kind of in this big, like, are migrants good? Are migrants bad? You know, like, and our country it's all migrants. We all came from somewhere coming here. So, you know, it's kind of something to keep in mind, right? A lot of us are first Americans coming out here. So, you know, try to have an open mind.
I'm the first generation from my mother's side of the family that grew up here. So, you know, yeah, my brothers were the first ones that grew up and, you know, Americanized. Well, my brothers were born here. I was the last one born in PR and then came here. Then they were born here. So, you know, they have a different experience than me. Let me tell you, because again, I didn't know the language too well when I came here. So I had issues that then built into that. My brothers were born here, easily kind of fit in, but also, you know, because they look different. And what I meant about this, you know, why I'm getting so much into my indigenous thing. I live in Massachusetts, and you know, it was a little kind of a weird situation as to why it happened. You know, and I let it go just because I'm not trying to be a troublemaker. But I walk into a bar, some white dude just stops me. I say like that. Let me guess what tribe you're from. He says to me, holy shit. Because, I walk around, I have a ponytail, I got long hair, you know what I mean? So I said, all right, amuse me. Go ahead, tell me. I think you're Puerto Rican, so you're Taino. I said, holy shit. Well, thank you. You got it right, but not the right thing to kind of tell the person who's walking into a bar, bro.
Yeah, that's tough. I live in LA, so I grew up around a whole bunch of different types of people. So to me, I'm just so used to many different ethnicities. Everyone's friendly if you're just nice to them, if you just practice the golden rule. So, I've had people come up to me and be like, hey, my friend here, what nationality is he? I bet you can't get it. And it's like, Iranian. And they'll be like, what? Oh shit. You owe me $5, bro. Like,
oh shit. Yeah, I don't want to play those games. You know what we are? We people first, baby. That's what we are. We're human beings. And let me tell you that no color's gonna matter when the aliens land and shit. And it's gonna be us versus the space aliens and lasers and shit. Fuck around, folks. Let's get united before it's too late.
I mean, I'm my family. One side of my family's Italian. They came here early 1900s. A lot of racism to Italians before they kind of, got into the culture here. There's a lot of Italians got hung in Los Angeles too. So, a lot of people are just scared of new sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy, but you know what? When it comes to indie comics, that's the last thing that it should be afraid of when it comes to new. Because when it may be called critical entertainment, because you know what? It's critical for you to read good stuff, folks. That's why it's called critical entertainment. They got the best in the business popping. Are you not looking at this art? Look at the storyline. Look at this. Who's the team behind the First Americans?
Yeah, so Tad Galusha, he's the artist. He lives up in Alaska, so he's been interested in the Paleo-Indian culture. And we finished The Cowboy with Many Hats, and I asked him what kind of stories he was interested in. And he pointed out Paleo-Indian culture here, and I basically did some research. And from the research I found, it was incredible of, these people who would travel across the Bering Strait 14,000 years ago, and you got to fight things like saber-toothed cats and crazy, dire wolves and short-faced bears that are twice the size of brown bears.
Oh, Chris, if it's you and me out there in the forest, I want to fight one of these saber-toothed cats. What are we flipping?
It's crazy. And then this was also the time they started domesticating wolves. So, he befriends a wolf in this book, and it helps him as he travels into North America. There's a little wolf there.
Talking about the wolf, hey, what timing? My man knows how to speak. It just started to come up right there. You see the little homie, be offended. But again, beautiful looking cover. Look at his covers. And what's this? And look at this cityscape right here. And that bridge, takes me back home, baby. Brooknam right there. Ooh. Yep. What up? Talk to me about Minion. What's popping here?
So, right, this is the book that Mason and I are writing with Leandro Rizzo for art. And the story is basically it's set in the future, and it's set in a future New Manhattan. And it's about the minions of a supervillain as they fight for control over the city. And they're really just kind of like normal, everyday guys. These are kind of like the only jobs they can get in a tough economy. And they have to constantly fight the cops and the local superhero and get beat up all the time.
I'm loving the shit. I'm a villains man. All right, that's it. I'm a villains fan.
So
I would put my other set. There's nothing but villains on my background of toys. Cobra, Decepticons, fucking Skeletor.
You're one of the guys who likes the bad guys like Magneto and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Magneto was right, son. Let me tell you, and now you're talking about minions kicking ass as a job. Like, yo, where did you build this idea from? Because and I'll tell you something. I want to guess a little bit. Tell me you got inspired a little bit by Warriors, because it kind of reminds me of the baseball players, the uniforms.
So it's kind, their outfit is kind of based on almost like they're ready to go to jail already. They're already ready to get caught.
I want to go with
They go to jail. There's going to be an episode where he plays on a baseball team, and he's like, "Cool, a new uniform," and then they give him pinstripes, and he goes, "Ah, the same uniform." So there is some baseball in here. It's kind of like his child. He wears a New Manhattan hat for the baseball team. So he used to play baseball as a kid. He doesn't have any superpowers, but one of his strengths is throwing with both hands. So he does a lot of like things where he'll sort of like Bullseye a little bit, right? Where, okay, there's something on this table, I'll throw it at you and distract you and get up close and fight you.
I was ambidextrous like that. I'm awful with my left. But right now, that image right there, so Escape from New York, old school with Russell.
Oh yeah, those movies.
Yeah, look at that. You traps it. Yeah, is there this Borgnine driving a cab in this motherfucker too? What's going on?
So one of the big story points in this book is that there was basically someone blows up like kind of a nuclear device in the middle of New York and destroys most of it. And
Can
the people.
ask something before you proceed here? I'm really curious about the pronunciation of that particular word you just said. Nuclear, right? And new, right? But then nuclear would signify that there's a U after the C. Am I wrong here?
English. I always tell people English is probably the most confusing thing ever,
I'm like nuclear, like what is it? I don't know. Well, I'm Puerto Rican. I pronounce it as I see it.
I mean, you can say two, and it means three different things. You can say there, it means three different things.
Yeah, you fucking lie. You see. Yeah, all right. No more confusion. Excuse my highness. It's my weed making me think like, what's the right pronunciation? But let me tell you, that scenery is a nightmare. I have dreamt about this shit. I ain't playing with you.
Yeah.
This is why
I grew up with Independence Day, where you watch Los Angeles get blown up.
I grew up with the day after. It was a made-for-TV movie. That was the first time, though, that I seen a nuclear explosion turn somebody into a skeleton. That is the only movie I will ever admit in my life that scared the shit out of me.
Fallout, right? Fallout just came out. You watch LA get blown up again. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it happens. So that can't. Zombies not so much. A fucking bomb going off the way that I'm terrified right now. I mean, I want to get powers like these guys. Not for nothing. These motherfuckers are badass. Son. They look so badass.
So kind of the overarching story is they break into this museum and they're trying to get this device, or at least these blueprints on the device that blew up New York. So they're trying to recreate it and use it as a way to kill the local superhero.
Oh, yeah, this cover is fucking insane, son. I gotta get my beard in better shape to look like that guy then.
Right. So we follow some different minions, and you kind of watch as the main one here rises amongst the ranks. So you kind of see what it's like to be in like a villain syndicate, and not everyone's super evil, but like this guy at the top, he's a scientist guy. He just hates the superhero of the city so much that he joined this syndicate just to try to get rid of him.
All right, I hate being villainous, but I hate this guy more. So fuck that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So
that's so New York. All right, so talk to me. Who's this one with that looking like with the wrap around the mouth?
She's Leader X. She's just kind of like this cowboy type foil, and she's in charge of this group of minions. You know, they start off, they're like the lowest level of this syndicate. So she's basically the next level up.
So they're ground level, and she's like, all right, and she's only up by just one little level.
Just one bit, and then like the guy at the bottom left, he's above her, and he basically just tells her like, "Shut up! Who the hell are you? You know, you're."
Gotcha. So who's the guy with the top hat? I had to buy my father one of these for Christmas. He's like, I love these hats. Like he's sure pop. Like,
the
all right,
hat.
One.
Yeah, so that's 00. He's Joseph McLeod, Joseph McLeod actually. So he's Irish, and he basically he grew up poor. He's an orphan, and you know he's living in a crappy part of town, no rent control, and he can't get any job. You know, he can't get any jobs that are worth, you know, keeping him alive and being able to have him pay rent. So he has to join this syndicate. He basically joins this syndicate, and he has to learn the ropes and learn all the craziness of being in a syndicate and being yelled at and being abused and having to fight cops. And, you know, it's...
Hey, welcome to adulthood, mother effer.
You know, one of the early missions is they have to go into the police station to kind of retrieve this device, and it's like, what the hell am I doing? I'm breaking into a police station.
You know, I never broke into a police station, but I was harassed by cops until I was 40 years old. And you know, yeah. I've kind of, well, I've only been probably stopped by cops. Let me stop lying, because I got banned from a place recently. So, but I was kind of cop free for 8 years before I got in trouble again. You know,
you know, yeah, and it deals with some of those things too. You know, just having to deal with cops and their prejudices and.
Hey, it's trouble. What about this homie over here that's flexing and shit?
This is Strong Arm. Basically, he has a genetic disease where he's missing one of his arms, and basically the syndicate gives him like kind of a mechanical, you know, sci-fi futuristic prosthetic arm that he only can use when he's working for them. And he's from the Midwest. And he's kind of one of those guys who had big dreams and then kind of didn't work out, and he had to join. He works at like, basically it's called Mall Mart. It's like a Walmart that's like a huge giant mall, more condensed, or like more consolidated. And that's the only job he has, that and working for these guys. And, you know, they don't pay much at this Mall Mart. So that's what he's got to do.
And lastly, tell me this redhead is a Puerto Rican over here, or Auburn, whatever hair.
And this is this is Dagger. He basically, you know, he had some social issues as a kid, and he got bullied a lot, and it eventually got too far with him defending himself. And he kills one of his first bullies and kind of gets like a taste for blood. And when, you know, he gets kind of labeled that. He gets labeled a bad guy from a very young age. I mean, he's got the red hair. That's like kind of a common trope for people who have red hair or something.
You know, yeah, once you're born with the red hair, that's it. You're done. You're cursed. I'm sorry, my ginger friends. We love you. We love you very much. But it's not our fault that through history you have been condemned. And,
yeah, so he's more of the sociopath that was just created through bad circumstances.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? You can kind of tell that. Like, your artist definitely showed that through. And again, but just look at the artistry in the book. Great looking stuff. Oh my God. Again, who's your letterer on this one? Same letterer as the other series?
Travis Lanham. Yeah, he's just too good not to use.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, boss level. Then you got the planetary expansion. You got another beautiful book. I mean, look at this, folks. Oof.
Yeah, and then this is a series about a colony ship heading to a new Earth-like planet in another solar system. And it follows all these different people and what it would be like to be on a long and dangerous space journey jam-packed with 1,000 other people.
Oh,
So kind of a nice ensemble piece, follows all these different characters, why they want to take the trip, why they were selected. It follows a bunch of different characters. One is kind of like a renegade from a syndicate who basically left the syndicate, and he's being hunted down. So he figures if he gets on the ship and gets away, this is his one chance to escape that. Then it follows like the scientist who found the habitable planet in another solar system. So she's there to navigate them there. And and all the different people. There's like a teenager who has a corgi, who's just like a straight A student and a very promising person. And then there's like the rock star who paid for a ticket, and he just sneaks on a bunch of drugs, and he just wants to go on a crazy trip the whole time, while he's out there. So we kind of follow all these different storylines, different people's motivations, why they would be there.
This reminds me of that old school Atari game right here. What was that? You know what I mean?
Alien Blasters or
dude, I mean, it is just great looking. So much fun. And I like that ensemble. Slice of life sci-fi.
Yeah. And we have 8 issues completed. The first 4 have been solicited in Diamond. So the first 3 are in comic book shops. The 4th one will be coming in the first week of November. And yeah, this Kickstarter is kind of your first chance to get pre-orders and early access to like issues 6 and 7 and 8.
Yeah, how big is this mother effer? Jesus Christ.
And then that's Space Dragon. That was just in solicitations for Lunar and Diamond, and it's an extra large trade. It's like 7.5 by 12.
Oh,
and it's
wait a minute. Hold on. I'm over here mesmerized by this. Look at that, folks.
So a little distillery size stuff going on here.
Oh, look at that. Oh shit. Beautiful.
And this is basically just about this huge dragon. He can hop from planet to planet, and he's looking for a new water source. So no dialogue, all visual.
That shit looks fucking great, yo. I mean, look at this. Look at this, folks.
Yeah, and then the subplot is this alien bird that flies inside the dragon's body. So it's almost like a little bit of a Geppetto story inside. So we get to actually see the inside of the dragon as well.
Oh, damn. So he gets to live a little bit. Poor guy. Oh, look at this here. What the fuck? Look at this. I'm digging this. I love this, man. When you let the art just tell the story, man, yeah, that is powerful. Yeah, look at this, yo. Wow. You know what? I mean, shit, when you got 4 arms like this and that's all, Godzilla might be in trouble, son.
Yeah, so, I wanted a book that really capitalizes on the visual medium of comics. This isn't really meant to be adapted into a film or anything.
What is this? That shit looks so sick, yo.
Right, so the bird finds some aliens that have that he's eaten throughout time inside his stomach and stuff like that. So
what, he ate these motherfuckers? Holy shit! All right, God, all right, but I'm thinking, and short stories, cowboys that with many hats.
Cowboys with many
hats. Is it a story by yourself because you wear multiple hats?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's kind of the idea, right? It's kind of a story about all things must pass, and it follows a sheriff who gets framed for murder. And then we got Lifeboat here. This is one of Mason's first books. It's a short story. It's got Leandro Rizzo again on art.
Man, if I walk into my office and see my boss doing some shit like that, I'm gonna die. What the hell's going on?
This is another short, Life is an Open Door, by Mason, and the artist is Alonso Molina Gonzalez, who did Space Dragon and Planetary. And yeah, this is a story about basically these dogs who are stuck in their office and they just kind of want to like escape and kind of live a real life, right? So it's an office escapism story here.
Gotcha, but this cat over here doesn't seem to be having it. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's the fat cat boss.
That man was evil. Jesus. He got a little fish stapler. Look at this guy. Oh shit! Does it smell like fish? That's the question. I mean, look at the quarrel. Oh, I love that.
And this is our other short, The Quarrel, by Mason and Alonzo as well. So we have 4 short stories. So basically, you know, this Kickstarter has kind of some for everybody. If you like zombies, you can pick up a zombie package. If you only like short stories, you can pick up all the shorts or just one of the shorts. If you like sci-fi, there's Planetary Expansion and Space Dragon. If you like superheroes, which isn't trademarked anymore, you can go with Minions.
You can use it. Yay, it's been lost. Good for them. Like, honest to God, it's such a random term. Now, the next term that needs to be free is Comic-Con, because it's comic convention. That's all that means.
That's tough.
That's a brand.
That's tough. You know, a lot of conventions have problems with that, and they've gotten...
I know, and it's bullshit, because again, Comic-Con is short for comic convention. So I think that if the cons would at least be 55% comic books, they'll be able to get away with it with its uses, because we are an actual Comic-Con.
Yeah, so you know, a lot of the people who got here first, they trademarked a bunch of stuff, and it's like, I shouldn't have Marvel coming after me because I have superhero written on the back of my book.
Yeah, you know, you
like,
should.
You know, what kind of crap's that? You know.
Yeah, and Ben Frank, we understand that. I agree with the big fact. But this is what it is, folks. Check it out. This Kickstarter is again live now. You got 5 days to go. You could be nice. You know, you don't need a cup of coffee.
Man, even $1 helps. You know, like even $1 helps. Basically, this Kickstarter is meant to help us pay for things like conventions and print runs, and you know, $2,500 goal. Sometimes, you know, that doesn't seem like a lot in the long run. It doesn't exactly, might not pay for a lot, but it helps a lot. You know, it really kind of like makes it so it's easier for us to operate and kind of ensures us to have a longer runway here in the industry.
I do want to say thank you, because most people just say, give me $1 without a reward. But you say, you know what? For $1, I'd even give you 10 wallpapers.
Yeah, you get some wallpapers for your computer or your phone, you know. I mean, at least something. But yeah, we have rewards from $2. You can just get the digital version of one of our shorts. You know, to $5, you can get a physical copy of one of our books, or we have $10 options, we have $15 options, we have $25.
My man went nuts over here. All types of options, folks. You could enjoy this every which way in PDFs, and again, and in physical format where you can smell the ink. Come on, guys. Again, this is great. $5 to $8 for some print. But listen, you want everything. Let's get to everything. How much is for everything?
Yeah,
dude,
and
before I get there, how much if I want the whole shebang, I want the whole critical entertainment family on my bookshelf. Do you have a package for that?
There's a few options. There's a digital option that gives you all of them. You know, if you just want the digital. And then there's
tears I'm going through, folks. Jesus Christ, this man has made it easy for you. Well, not too easy, but guess what?
Yeah, there's a lot to navigate. But if you know you find a story you really like, you can pick one. We have a retailer's reward. We have 3 backers.
I want to buy this, Chris, because the holidays are coming up, right? And so, if any viewers have a nerd in their life, someone that loves comic books, and maybe you know you want to put them on something a little different, maybe they know about critical entertainment. And shame on them if they don't. But if they just don't know, this project right here is ideal for the comic book fan of your life. This is a beautiful stocking stuffer. Here, baby, whether whoever your partner is, like, yo, check out these new books from this new publisher. Look how dope these books look. Like, easy to get started, yo. I mean, and again, everything horror, action, slice of life, sci-fi. I mean, bring it on, baby, bring it on. That's what Critical Entertainment is doing. They're gonna make you feel a type of way, baby. That's what Chris Reed is here for. He's changing the game with this.
We just want some nice, original, diverse, and creative books, to circulate through this industry and to offer to fans.
Thank you.
And this crowdsourcing community.
Thank you. And this is what we need, Chris. This is what we need. And folks, I've been showing the Kickstarter link. It's right there. It's also in the show notes to make it easy for you guys. Click away. Listen, if you didn't get paid today, you're getting paid Friday. So don't give me no BS. You have until Friday, the weekend. Make it rain. Hey! All right? And support this amazing project right here. Support Critical Entertainment, my man, Chris. And Chris, again, let them know what's the next convention you're going to be at in case they want to see you in person and pick up some signed copies in person and shake your hand.
So I'll be at Los Angeles Comic-Con this weekend, booth 1320. So that's this weekend. I'll be at Anaheim WonderCon in March. I'm trying to get back into Emerald City Comic-Con up in Seattle. That's in March as well. And then we'll be at San Diego Comic-Con in July. So, those are kind of our main conventions here on the West Coast.
Excellent. I dig it. Folks, this has been extra long just because, yes, when Chris come on, you see all the dope stuff he got. This is what you got to do. Support amazing creators like him. I mean, they want to get involved. And thank you. A big shout out to Ben Frank right here for chiming in. Not shy. A perfect example of being a good tune inner over here and watcher. Thank you, fellow Crusader. I appreciate you. You know what? You should DM me. DM us, follow us on X right now, and then I'll reply. I need to add it. I'll send you one of these stickers. You are an approved fan, my brother. You're an approved fan.
Oh, man.
I'll send you the sticker right here and the QR code for some comic books, right? Thank you. That's what it is. DM us, Ben, right? I appreciate you. And to every single Crusader, to all the people that were watching across X, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Wow. We hit every platform today, Chris. People are listening.
I mean, this is all our platforms. We try to hit them all too, man. It's
They're right there. And guess what? They're also right there too. Hey, Chris, go scan that QR code, folks, right there. Just put your camera on right now. Check that out. But I also got the links below. Please support independent publishers because they're right there. Kickstarter, support Critical Entertainment Signature Series, baby. Whip! I'm digging it now. Chris, you're the man. You just come back again anytime. Talk about what's next in the world of Critical. I'm a fan. Let's not wait 8 months to the next time. All right. Well, this is your casa. Let us know what we could do to help and make sure that fans, like Ben could, listen in, tune in, and get to learn, about these amazing books that they could go ahead and pre-order via Diamond or Lunar. Go to your local comic shop, whichever is the distributor. Just make it happen. Critical Entertainment is on both. So look, you could always check out what's on the shelf on Comic Crusaders every Sunday. Check out the independent one. And, if Critical Entertainment got something popping, is listed right there. And you get to know all about it, all right? And make sure you can pre-order. So with that, Chris, thank you again so much for your time. I appreciate you. Please follow my man, Chris, on Instagram at Critical Entertainment, one word. YouTube at Critical_Entertainment. On X at Critical, right? ENTLA. Yep. On Meta is Critical Entertainment. TikTok, Critical_Entertainment. That's what you do. And now, again, if you just want to know what all that is, you can also visit his website at criticalenttertainmentla.com. All right, so stay tuned there. You'll probably pick up some swag, follow his socials, and know what he's up to next. All right, this is a critical time You support critical entertainment, baby. Independent comics at their best, all right? And with that, Omega, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Much love. Hasta la próxima, baby. Nueva!
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.